the first chapter, which is called as an introduction to computer network. I think we are stopped here in the unit 5. Okay, let's start with the particular lecture. This particular unit, which is called as a network layer, it will be broadly divided into two parts. In this particular network layer, we are going to be use the two different protocols: Internet Protocol version 4 and Internet Protocol version 6. Please unmute at your own side. Some students are, I'm requesting to all the students, please unmute at your side. If anyone is not unmuted, then my voice it will be started the crying. Okay, and it will be gives a lot of disturbance also. Okay, we will start the particular unit which is called as a unit 5 network layer. In this network layer, it's broadly divided into two parts, which is called as an Internet Protocol version 4 IP and Internet Protocol version 6. In this particular internet protocol having its own address space, having its own notations, as well as it will be broadly classified into different addressing mechanisms such as classful addressing, classless addressing. In classful addressing, there are different points: the class A, class B, class C, and class D. These are the different classes you are going to be uses in classful addressing. And in classless, there is no classes can be available, as well as it is having a specific structure for the communication purpose between the two machines by using internet protocol. For that, we are going to be using the supernetting as well as subnetting concepts. Apart from that, there is another one point which is called as an NAT. NAT stands for Network Address Translation Mechanism. Still, some students are logging or is in waiting stage. So in this lecture, I am clearly saying that when I have started the particular lecture, then I am not going to be admit any students. So I am requesting from the last two lectures. This is the third lecture. Please start the session before I am presenting my screen. Okay. We will see the particular point which is called as a network address translation mechanism. In that particular, we are going to be uses the firewall concepts as well as IP address is converted into Ethernet address. Ethernet address is converted into IP address. That mechanism you are going to be used in network address translation mechanism by using different protocols such as ARP, address resolution protocol, or RARP, reverse address resolution protocols, or some other protocols are also there, POP protocol, DSCP protocol. These are the some protocols which are mainly used in the networking layer. We will see in this particular part in the later when we are going to be study the network layer. I am just giving the overview what we are going to be seeing in this particular syllabus of the computer network. After that, the internet protocol is having its own datagram structure. Suppose we are going to be communications can be occurred by using sending the messages or by sending the packets. Then the packet or the message having its own structure by using internet protocol. And it's a fixed structure that is called as a datagram structure. In that, you are going to be see the start address, sender address, receiver address. There are different flags we are going to be set: reset flag, sync flag, reset flag, start, stop. These are the different points we are going to be seeing this particular datagram format. Means each and every packet having its own datagram format. Or we are going to be see the some fragmentation techniques. Means the packet can be fragmented at sender side and it can be defragmented at the receiving side. Fragmentation, defragmentation concepts. And then we are going to be the checksum options also, whether the packet is delivered or the not. how you are going to be checked whether the packet is received at the receiver side or not, or we are going to be see in this particular point, which is called as an internet protocol. Whatever we are going to be studied in the internet protocol version 4, all these points we are going to be seeing the version 6 also. That is structure format, address space, packet format, extension headers are also associated with the network layer. And then the next layer is called as transport and application layer. It's a unit 6. I am audible to all the students.
Yes,
Is
sir.
anyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, my screen. Okay, my screen is also visible. My screen is also visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then we are going to move on to the next point, which is called as an unit 6, transport and application layer. In this particular chapter, two layers are combined. One is transport layer and another one is application layer. And in this transport and application layer, we are going to be uses the two main protocol. The one is user datagram protocol, and the another one is TCP protocol, that is transmission control protocol. In UDP protocol, whatever I am going to be explaining in the previous point, which is called as a network layer, we are going to be using the IP protocol and having its own format, which is called datagram format. The same thing can also be occurred in UDP also. UDP also has its own datagram format. In that format, you are going to be send the message or the packet at the receiving side. And there are some operations for on the UDP, as well as you can see the different uses for the applications of UDP protocol. It is nothing but user datagram protocol. The next point in this particular chapter is transmission control protocol. That is nothing but TCP. In TCP, there are different kinds of services which is provided to the different layers, such as process-to-process communication or delivery service, or you can be uses the sending and the receiving buffers. This buffer concept can also be associated with this TCP protocols. And in that, either you are going to be uses half duplex or the full duplex communication, whether it is connection oriented or the connection less oriented, whether that particular service is reliable or unreliable. All these points are come under the heading of transmission control protocols. Now, the next point in this particular chapter is TCP features. In TCP features, we are going to be using the different numbering system, byte number, sequence number, acknowledgement number. My voice is audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. In between some points, I am asking continuously. Otherwise, it will be a very boring session. आणि मला पण कळेल की बाबा तुम्ही आहात तिथे. And continuously you are going to be attentive. Okay, next point, we are going to be see the particular features, or we are going to use the numbering system, either byte number, sequence number, or acknowledgement number. In communication between the two machines, we are going to be send the packets, or we are going to be see the messages, and each and every packet having its own sequence number, having its own acknowledgement number. So it is very easy to identify the packets if packet is lost in network. How you are going to be set the sequence number, what is the use of acknowledgement number, how you are going to be added it. All these are comes under this particular heading, that is called as a sequence numbering, acknowledgement number of the packets, and how it will be useful. When some packets are missing, then again the sender side has to be send only these packets, and that can be achieved in connection. It will be very useful in connectionless services. Therefore, we are going to use the acknowledgement number and sequence number to each and every packets. And that is nothing but these are the different features of TCP features. Apart from that, we are going to see the some features rather than this is flow controlling mechanism, error controlling mechanism, and the last one is congestion control. In flow controlling mechanism is nothing but yes, yes, any problem?
कसं आणलं पाणी लाईट आहे का
Please unmute at your side. Students, please
Right.
unmute at your side. नाही तर ते सगळ्यांना ऐकू येईल. ओके, वी विल स्टार्ट. वी विल कुठल्या पॉइंटला होतो आपण? फ्लो कंट्रोल मेकॅनिझमला. माय व्हॉइस इज ऑडिबल नाउ? एनीवन रिप्लाय?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will at this particular point, which is called as flow controlling mechanism in networking. Flow controlling mechanism is nothing but the sender will send the packets to the receiver at a speed of, suppose we will take the example of 10 packets per second. This is the speed of the sender side. But at the receiver side is receiving the packets 5 bits per second. Means automatically what happened? The 5 packets it will be lost at the receiver side. The speed cannot be matches. That is nothing but the flow controlling mechanism. Then how you are can be achieve this flow controlling mechanism? The sender has to be adjust itself according to the receiver side. All these mechanisms we are going to see in this particular point, which is called as the flow controlling mechanism. Then error controlling mechanism. If the packet is not delivered at the receiving side, then what kind of measure has been taken by the at the receiving side, or what kind of message he has been sending to the sender side? All these are nothing but the error controlling mechanism. Or is there any connection error between the sender or receiver? All these are nothing but the error controlling mechanism. That points we are going to be seeing, that is called as an error controlling mechanism. The next point is congestion control. Can anybody tell what is the congestion? Anyone? What is congestion in general? I am asking in general. What is congestion?
congestion is
Yes. What is congestion? Any other? Okay. Then let's move on. The particular point is congestion. Just take a example of a, suppose you are just traveling by road and there are a lot of traffic has been occurred. Then what happened? You are saying that there is congestion can be occurred in a traffic. So I can't move or I can't reach within the particular time. Why this can be happen? Because there is congestions is been occurred on a road due to heavy traffic load. The same thing can be occurred in the network. If so many packets are transferring from one side to another side, and each and every path has been packed, then at that time the some packets cannot be reached to the destination site within the fixed timeout interval. In that case, some packets is lost due to the congestion or a traffic of packets in the network. It is nothing but the congestion. And how you are going to be control this congestion? How you are going to be recover? How you are going to be recover from that congestion? That is nothing but the congestion controlling mechanism. In TCP, we are going to be seeing this particular point, which is called as a congestion control. Next point is, my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then the last point in this particular unit is the domain naming system. Means you are going to be assigning, or you can distributing the naming space, or you can use the DNS in the internet. How you are going to be give the naming system? That is nothing but the domain name system. The next point is email. In email, you are going to be see the architecture of the internet. Means in email, you are going to be just type to, from, message type and send it. But what happened at the background side? That is nothing but you are going to be see how the actually the message, how your email is been transferred, where that message it will be goes, the first, second, as stage, third phase, and then it will be delivered. We are going to be seeing this particular architecture. Then we are going to be uses the different message transferring agent or the message transferring protocols such as SMTP protocol, simple mail transfer protocol, or the some other protocols we are going to be see for transferring the messages by using email or internet. The next point is www. It is nothing but we are going to see the particular architecture of the www. And the last point is nothing but the hypertext transfer protocol. It is nothing but the HTTP transactions. These are the different units we are going to be seeing throughout the syllabus of the computer network. Then the last point is for the books. These are the two reference books. The first one is Data Communications and the Networking, and the second one is Computer Network by Stanemo. Or you can refer the Vision Publications. I am preferring the Vision Publications book as well as this particular book, which is called as the Computer Network Stanemo. Is very good book for your reference purpose. Each and every topic must be clearly and deeply explained in this particular book, which is called as an CNAS Tanemo. And this book it will be referred by the UG student, PG student, or any other students which are also used for the research purpose also. So it's very nice book, but it's very lengthy book. And for your exam point of view, you can also use the Vision Publication book. Is there any problem regarding the books, syllabus, or any questions?
No,
Any
sir.
questions? Any questions
No, sir.
regarding book 6? I think I am clear each and every points. For books, you can refer the Vision Publication book, or you can use Nirali Publication. But I am using Vision Publication book. There are some questions are coming in the chat box. That's why I am giving the answer of these questions. And regarding for your practicals, still we are not receiving any kind of instructions from the government as well as UGC or from the university side or from the college side. There are some students are also asking some questions. I know some students are in Pune, many of the students are from their native places. and it is very difficult to purchase the book. Even I am also not having the Vision publication book right now. So you can take a one solution. Those students which are present in Pune, they can purchase the book and share the snaps of the chapter wise to those students which are outside the Pune. I am seeing some questions writing, I am in Jalgaon, I am in here. So you can be share the books. You can request to some students. I'm also making some kind of requesting to the students. Can anybody having the Vision publication book? My voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can anyone having a Vision publication book?
No, sir.
Not a single student. कोणाकडे नाहीये सध्या पुस्तक. तुमचे जे कोण सिनियर असतील त्यांच्याकडे तुम्ही घेतला असेल बुक वगैरे तर एकाकडे नाही.
No, sir.
असं कोण आहे का हो ज्याच्याकडे बुक आहे किंवा मिळू शकते किंवा अवेलेबल होऊ शकते?
सर ऑर्डर केली मी
माझ्याकडे आहे सर.
कोणाकडे आहे आता बच्चे कोण बोललं?
मी.
काय नाव तुमचं?
ओमकार कर्डिले.
ओंकार, तुमच्याकडे बुक आहे विजन पब्लिकेशनची?
हो.
ठीक आहे. मग जर तुम्ही जर शेअर करू शकत असाल तर चॅप्टर वाईज, तर तुम्ही चॅप्टर वाईज तुमच्या मित्रांना पण एक एक चॅप्टरचे फक्त स्नॅप्स काढून सेंड करू शकता. इवन मला सुद्धा तुम्हाला मी सुद्धा तुम्हाला रिक्वेस्ट करेल की जर तुम्हाला शक्य झालं तर चॅप्टर 2 आणि चॅप्टर 3 त्या बुकचे जर मला जर फोटो जर काढून भेटले तर बरं होते.
पाठवतो.
ठीक आहे. ठीक आहे. तुम्हाला आज उद्या तुम्हाला जेव्हा शक्य होईल तेव्हा चॅप्टर 2 आणि चॅप्टर 3, कारण माझ्याकडे चॅप्टर 1 भेटलंय. आय एम ऑल्सो नॉट इन पुणे, आय एम ऑल्सो इन माय नेटिव्ह प्लेस विच इज सोलापूर.
हो चालेल, पाठवतो.
हो ठीक आहे.
जळगाव साईडला पण विजनचे बुक्स भेटत नाहीये.
काय म्हणताय?
जळगाव साईडला पण विजनचे बुक्स भेटत नाही म्हटलं.
हो माहिती आहे. म्हणून तर मी सांगितलं ना आता कोण आहे ओंकारकडे बुक आहे बरोबर आहे. मग त्यांनी काय करेल चॅप्टर वाईज, म्हणजे त्याला मी सांगितलं की चॅप्टर वाईज तुम्ही फक्त फोटो काढा आणि शेअर करा तुमच्या मित्रांना, म्हणजे हे सगळं सोल्युशन होऊ शकतं.
ओमकार ग्रुपवर टाकून देशील नाही तर.
हो चालेल.
ज्यांना कॉन्टॅक्ट आहे ते तुम्ही शेअर करू शकता. इव्हन मला सुद्धा शेअर करावं लागेल कारण माझ्याकडे पण नाहीये बुक सध्या. मी पण आता ह्यांना सांगितलं ओमकारला. ठीक आहे. जर त्यांनी मला पाठवलं तर मी पण तुमच्या त्या ग्रुपला टाकेल आणि शेअर करेल बुकचे स्नॅप.
हो सर, थँक्यू.
And at the end of the particular chapter, I am also sharing my PPT also. Okay. And my PPT is also the combination of your vision publication and the STNM book.
सर डाटा स्ट्रक्चरचे ते मॅडम आहेत ते पण पीपीटी सेंड करताय ग्रुपला.
काय म्हणताय?
रोजा मॅडम आहेत ना डाटा स्ट्रक्चरच्या, ते पण पीपीटी सेंड करताय म्हटलं ग्रुपला.
हो मी पण सेंड करेल. फक्त एवढंच की मी चॅप्टर संपल्यानंतर मी एकदा शेअर करेल. ठीक आहे. नाहीतर काय होईल, 2-3 पॉइंट्स शेअर करण्यापेक्षा ऍट द एंड ऑफ द चॅप्टर मी ते एकदा सेंड करेल.
चालेल ठीक आहे. थँक्यू.
ठीक आहे.
हो.
किंवा जर त्या चॅप्टरची जर पीपीटी माझे जर अगोदरच झाले कम्प्लीट तरी पण मी इन बिटवीन मध्ये शेअर करेल तुम्हाला, जेणेकरून तुम्हाला ते वाचता येतील तुमच्या साईडला आणि प्रेफर करता येतील. अजून माझे एका दुसरा पॉइंट उरलेले आहेत त्याचे पीपीटी बनवायचे, ते झाले की मग वाटल्यास मी शेअर करेल, म्हणजे तुम्हाला पण उपयोगी होतील. ज्यांच्याकडे बुक नाही त्यांच्याकडे त्यांना पण उपयोगी होईल. So you just don't worry whether you are in Jalgaon, I am also in Solapur. Just don't worry.
हो सर, थँक्यू.
Okay, then let's move on to the first chapter. We will continue from the first chapter. My voice is audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ah, okay, then no problem. Then we will start at the actual syllabus of Introduction to Computer Network. The first we are now in the first semester we are going see the different points related with the operating system aspect or the some fundamental concepts. There are a lot of research has been going on in the field of computer. We will see in the fundamentals of computer the first, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation of computer, how the computer has been evolved. There are a lot of research is been going in the field of computer, and automatically the size of the computer is been reduced, as well as the price of the computer is also been reduced. Size reduced, price reduced, automatically the performance of the computer is also been increased from stages to stages as the research is going on. Nowadays, the well-configured computers can be purchased with a minimum amount you are going to be invested. At the same time, when the computer industry has been going on, at the same time, the communication, lot of research has been going on the communication, or you can say that the networking industries also. There are some cables are present. The lot of research has been going on. Nowadays, these two techniques, the one field is computer and the one is another field is network field. These two fields, a lot of research is going on simultaneously. And now, after some time, these two different fields are merged into the one field. Now, in the particular laptops or in your mobiles, computer with high configured or mobile with high computer as well as network facility is available in a single unit, which is called as a smartphones. That is nothing but the particular information age. We will suppose we are going to see the 18th century. 18th century is a lot of research is going on the steam side, steam engine. 19th century, lot of research is going on the machine system or the mechanical system, or you can say that the automobile industry. But now in the current century, a lot of research, a lot of things have been happened or in the field of information field. Therefore, you are going to be say that the today's world is nothing but the information age. Then what is information age or what is data? Means a lot. Suppose you are just considering one domain and lot of research is going on to a particular domain. A lot of information you are gather for a single domains. Okay. Then after that we will having a lot of information regarding the one particular domain or one particular problem. After collecting the information, we are going to be apply the different technique and extract the meaningful data from the information. Means data is different, information is different. First, we just collect the information. Now, you are just extracting the particular data from the information. That is called as a data. It means we are going to be apply the different analysis technique and we are going to be extracting whatever the data you will need it from that particular information. And that is nothing but the information processing. Means not only collecting the information, after collecting the information, store it, extract, we are going to perform the different operations on the information and then extract the information. After extracting the information, you are going to be share that information among all the users or all the machines. That is nothing but the communication, or you can say that that is nothing but the information age. Now, currently in market, you are going to receive, or in the COVID-19 period also, in the previous year, or in the month of January, February, can anyone has been just realized that we are all not coming to the college. आपण कॉलेजमध्ये जाऊ शकणार नाहीये, किंवा इकडे जाऊ शकणार नाही, तिकडे जाऊ शकणार नाही, सगळं ऑनलाईन होईल, हे होईल. That is nothing but the one of the applications of the computer networks. It can be sharing the screens, sharing the voice, sharing the audio. Means that is nothing but the information age. And we are going to see how it can be occurred. That some basic concepts, how it can be occurred, how it can be done. That's why this particular your syllabus, it will be broadly divided into these different OSR reference models or the different layers. The first point we are going to be see the data communications. Can anyone tell what is communication in general? My voice is audible?
Sharing the data.
Yes, sir.
Sharing the data. Okay. Any other? What is communication? In general, I'm asking. What is communication?
Transmission of information.
Information.
Transmission of information. Okay. Any other?
Sharing of
आता
ideas.
शेअरिंग ऑफ आयडियाज. ठीक आहे. आता तुम्ही बऱ्याच जण म्हणलं शेअरिंग ऑफ आयडियाज, शेअरिंग ऑफ मेसेजेस अँड एव्हरीथिंग, असंच काय काय बरंच, बरोबर आहे. समजा मी फक्त आयडिया शेअर केली किंवा फक्त मेसेज शेअर केला म्हणजे कम्युनिकेशन झालं असं होईल का हो? आता आपण एकमेकाशी बोलतोय, बरोबर आहे. फक्त मी बोलत राहिलो त्याला कम्युनिकेशन म्हणता येईल का? ऑब्विसली नाही म्हणता येणार, बरोबर आहे. मी काय बोलल्यानंतर जोपर्यंत तुमच्याकडून काय रिप्लाय येत नाही मला, बरोबर आहे, त्या गोष्टीला तोपर्यंत आपण असं म्हणणार नाही की कम्युनिकेशन हॅज बीन डन. There is no use of one-way communication. Okay, the same thing can be happen here. Just see the actual definition of data communication. Data communication is nothing but the exchange of data between two communication entities. Means data can be transferred from one machine to another machine by using some media, which is called as a transmission medium. We are going to be used in between the sender and receiving side. That is nothing but the data communication. Means the definition of data communication is nothing but the exchange of data between the two communication entities, but by using some transmission medium. For that, there are different 5 basic components. The first one is data. Just look at the figure. These are the different components: the data part, sender, receiver. Next one is transmission media, and the last one is protocol. These are the different 5 basic components which are essential for the data communications. Any problem regarding this?
No.
No, sir.
Okay. Now its time is over. Any problem?
No, sir.
Is there any questions? From today, we are going to be started the actual syllabus of the computer network. Daily, I am taking 1.2 point as per the time it permits. And after the explanation of from my side, I am giving 10 minutes to you. It will be reserved for all the questions and answer. Or you can just use the chat box also for writing the questions. Is there any questions?
No, sir. No.
No, sir.
Any problem?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. In today's lecture, throughout my voice is audible and my screen is also visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ओके. आणि मला आता आज असं दिसलंय की बरेचसे मुलं आज पहिल्यांदा आलेत. तुम्हाला अटेंडन्स बद्दल तर कळलं असेल की डेली अटेंडन्स इट विल बी ऑटोमॅटिकली टेकन ॲट माय साइड. Is there any problem or
No,
any
sir.
questions you want to ask? Okay.
No, sir. No.
Okay, then we will stop here. We will meet tomorrow.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you.